I wish I never put my face on the internet. So much of my worth, I believe, consists of what people think of me. Whether or not I'm attractive. What kind of bullshit is that? And I still think it is. I wonder if it'd be easier being a faceless creator. But as we can see by Corpse's case, it's not.
What are the lengths people have gone to try to figure out your identity?
People are like, I found you, you're this guy and this and this. I'm like, no, I'm not.
No one's ever gotten your identity, right?
No.
Does any part of you fear that you won't hold up to the expectations of what people would hope that you would look like?
Of course. I don't think I could. I don't think anyone could at this point.
There's been years of build-up. Does the stress that comes along with hiding your identity at all times outweigh the benefits of remaining anonymous?
I don't feel like I can fully know the benefit of being not anonymous without doing it. I can't really see into this like alternate dimension where I'm probably happier.
That man suffers because people cannot understand boundaries. They're so set on exposing his identity. So much so that when people thought they had found a picture of him, people responded with disappointment towards how they thought he looked. He's just a human. A cool one, with a huge platform and a very deep voice. But honestly, who cares what he looks like? We've grown to recognise a lack of privacy as the norm when it absolutely should not be. And don't get me wrong, I'm a firm believer in the idea that you should never just give someone respect. They earn yours, and you earn theirs. But respect boundaries. When you know something makes someone uncomfortable, don't do it. It's basic human decency. And I think that does worry me. I worry that people would press me for details about my private life if I were faceless, but then won't they just do the same if I'm not? Is it perhaps just part of the job that's left in the fine print? And this isn't a new development either. If we think back to when Zoella and Alfie days were at their peak, I remember them talking about fans coming to their house, some being brought by their parents, and them, the fans, asking if they can come in to pet Nala, their dog. These were all just tweets from Zoella and Alfie Days on the 28th and 29th of December, 2015. Parents who drive their kids to our house and put them on their shoulders so they can lean over our walls to try and take pictures of us, without us realising. I see you. I'm on the sofa in my pyjamas relaxing. Go away. If you want to meet me, I love that. Come to a meet-up. Just like everyone else who wants to meet me does. You can't just drive to my house and climb our walls. That's really not fair. Since my last set of tweets, we've had 4 more groups of people leaning over the wall taking photos and shouting, etc. More people having pictures with our house number. Some people need to get a better hobby. We tweet asking for privacy and then at Brighton Argus put our address in the newspaper. Thanks. Really starting to lose my patience with people just turning up at our house and peering in or ringing our bell makes me hate my house. Then if we think about recently, when Jacksepticeye talked about when a young girl at a meetup asked if she could tell him something, and she whispered in his ear something along the lines of, I wish you'd have stayed single for longer.
Last year, I think at PAX East, I was doing the thing, I was meeting people, and somebody who I had met before came up to me, and I thought I was prepared, but I was standing there and they came up, they took the picture, they got stuff signed, and then they said, can I speak honestly with you for a second? And I was like, sure, absolutely. This person then pulled me close, leaned in really close to my ear, whispered so close that I could feel their breath on my ear and said, I wish you had stayed single longer. Then they put their hand on my chest and draped it down slowly and left. And that was the creepiest thing that's happened to me with a fan. That crossed so many lines, so many boundaries. It was really awkward.
Or even more recently when Crank Gameplays had to address comments in his Twitch chat by saying, if his fans start calling him by the nickname only his mother and father use for him, then he will have them removed.
My mom calls me Sweeb, and I would like to make it known that none of you are allowed to call me Sweeb. I don't want any of you calling me Sweeb. You have not earned the right to call me Sweeb. My mom has been my mother for 24 years. She and my dad are the only people that can call me Sweeb. You have not earned that right. Charlie, after everybody's done saying, oh, Sweeb, if anybody calls me Sweeb in chat, take it out. I don't want to see it. You think I'm joking? I legitimately don't want any of you calling me Sweeb. Don't call me Sweeb. I'm serious. People think that I'm joking. I'm not joking. My mom said, tell them I don't allow them to call you that. It's my and your dad's name for you.
Personally, I believe the way each of these creators responded to these situations were more than justified, but yet they all have received the same comments in response. We made you. You'd be nothing without us. We deserve the right to. No, you don't. No matter how much you watch a creator, or how much you love them, you do not deserve the right to invade their privacy or boundaries. If you find yourself being too invested and interested in a creator's personal life, what they look like, who they're with, or what their friends think of them, then it's time to take a step back and take a break from them as a whole. It's at that point your interest rears its ugly head as obsession. Only when you step away can you reflect on how unhealthy your level of interest was. It's easy to fall into obsession, and many have. You're not alone, but you have to understand and learn. You don't know these people. You see 0.1% of them. They are entertainment, but they are still people. Thanks so much for watching this video and listening to me ramble about things I care about. If you did enjoy this video, I plan on making more similar to this soon. I also have other videos planned, like gaming and more chill videos with friends. Over the internet, of course. So if any of that interests you, then please consider subscribing. It's free if you didn't already know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I welcome healthy discussions. Thanks again. Bye!